What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Nutrition Talks with Tyson the Trainer. And today we're going to be talking about getting back into the gym after just some time off. I came back from my 5 weeks off over holidays, and I can't even speak. I came back from my 5 weeks on holidays, right? During that time in Italy, it was actually quite good. There are a lot of gyms around. Then after Italy, it was a little bit hit and miss. We went to Greece, went to Turkey, and then the Middle East. Basically, in the Middle East, there wasn't a lot around, and in the last 2 weeks, I got giardia. So I was basically losing more fluid than I was drinking for a long period of time, and I could hardly fucking walk down 100 meters without being exhausted. So there was no gym in the last 2 weeks. Since coming back, adjusting the jet lag, getting back in a routine as fast as possible, I was getting back into the gym, okay? Now, when you've had significant time off the gym, when you come back to the gym, you're not going to be as strong as you were when you left. Simple fact. It's not because you lost your gains. It's not because you lost your muscle mass. It's not because something crazy's happened. It's just because you haven't been training those movements. Like, how many of you are squatting on a daily basis when you're not squatting in the gym? How many of you are sitting there flexing your leg up and down with a leg extension, let's say, when you're fucking not in the gym? How many of you are laying on your back and pushing things off your chest? You're not, all right? So when you go back there, it's kind of like riding a bike. You haven't ridden a bike since you're a kid. You got to get on a bike. You're going to know how to ride a bike. But when you first get on, you might be like, oh, fuck, like, a little bit left to the right. And then you spin your wheel, your front wheel, like twist it a little bit. And then you sweep. Like, all right, cool. Now I'm good to go. The funny thing about that is it's the same thing. Like, your brain is basically just trying to wake your muscles up again and be like, oh, fuck, like, we got to figure out how to do this again. And it'll take time, right? Like, for the first week, you're going to be weaker, which is really good because this means it's a perfect time for you to reiterate your form. I loved the first week back because I aimed to make the workout about a 7 out of 10. So when I say 7 out of 10, it means 3 reps in reserve, basically. Like, the workout wasn't really a workout. It was, but I was just like getting through it, making sure I was feeling the muscles work, really focusing on my form and technique. Nothing crazy here. This is just getting back into the groove. You can't try and go balls to the wall your first week back. You can't be disappointed or demotivated because you're not as strong. It's totally fucking normal for you to come back and be weaker. Like I just said, you're trying to teach your body again. So it's slowly training your body back into it. And this is why the first week is so important, to lighten the load that you're not used to. Lighter than you were used to. Focusing on form and tempo. So controlling the movement, making the muscles work, feeling them contract. When let's say you do a leg extension, you squeeze your leg at the top. When you do a squat, you squeeze your glutes at the top. When you're going down on a squat, you're feeling your quads working. When you're bench pressing, you're feeling your chest stretching. You're feeling the muscles being worked is what you should be doing. You're counting, ideally a 3-second tempo on the way down. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then coming back up. And it's a perfect week for you to really ingrain the form and the tempo and take your time with it. That's actually a really good thing to do. Along with that is you can go lighter. You can do less stuff. The great thing about coming back and basically starting at 0 is that you need so little to get a stimulus. So if you're like, I was doing 3 sets of this and 4 sets of this, you can literally go and do 2 sets of every exercise just to get the body moving again. Because all your goal to do is in that first week is just to get moving again, stimulate a little bit of muscle. And the good thing, like I said, because you haven't used it in a while, it takes less effort to stimulate the muscle, which is good for you because, again, less effort for more results is what we want. So with that first week, it's all about just greasing that groove, I would like to say. So again, 2 sets per exercise, make it a 7 out of 10, aim for lighter weights, work on your tempo, 3 seconds on the way down, controlling, and then making sure that the weight is going to be a little bit lighter. Once you get through that first week, you make, oh man, I feel so fucking weak. I've lost all my strength. I've lost all my muscle. You come back the next week, you're going to go pick up the weights you used the week before, and you're like, oh, this actually feels easy. I'm going to have to increase the weight basically on everything, because that's your body being trained to do the movement that it's already used to doing, and it's going to get stronger. And what you're going to notice is within a month of training, you're back to your original strength, You're back to your original with where you were, and then you just keep making progress from there. This is called muscle memory. We have it. We are going to be able to produce strength. Now, if you're someone who's extremely strong and you've had a really long period of time off and you come back, it's probably going to be hard to regain that strength. It'll probably take longer. But for most people, if you're a normal person who's been exercising between 2 to 5 times a week, you've been doing it for a while, and let's say you have 2 to 4 weeks off, maybe longer, 6 weeks off, when you come back, your strength will be there. It'll just take time to work back up. I'm not in a rush to get back to my strength anytime soon. As in, like, I'm okay that if this week I don't feel as strong as as last week. Sorry. If this week I'm not as strong as I was before I went away. If next week I wasn't as strong as I was before I went away, that's okay. It's going to catch up. It probably just takes a few weeks for the body to adjust. So don't stress. Just make sure that first week is so crucial just for nailing some really good technique to get back into it. Hope that was helpful, and I will speak to you guys in the next episode.